Hello everyone and welcome to the Blyvale podcast, Global Connections with eSIM and eSIM Card. Today we will guide you through Connected Everywhere, the secret of modern travelers. Stay with us to discover how to travel always connected and without worries.
Okay, picture this. You're standing at Machu Picchu, dawn is breaking, the mist is lifting. It's just wow, an absolutely magical, unrepeatable moment.
Yeah.
And your first thought, you got to capture it, share it like right now, but then you glance at your phone, no internet available.
Oh, that feeling.
Yeah, that frustration is so real, isn't it? Because staying connected when you travel, it's not just about posting photos, though. You know, we love doing that.
Sure.
It's safety, it's maps when you're lost, it's checking in with family. Honestly, it's just the freedom to explore without that little voice in your head worrying about being cut off.
Exactly. That background anxiety.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into this digital revolution that's changing travel. We're focusing on a solution that promises to keep you connected, well, pretty much everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we're drawing insights from an audio overview on the Blyvale blog, created by Blyvale themselves. It gives us a good look at their vision for seamless global connectivity.
It's really interesting, isn't it, how for so long, travel always had this connectivity question mark hanging over it.
Totally.
And when you look at the, let's call them traditional solutions, they often come with pretty big limitations.
Right. Like roaming.
Exactly. International roaming. It can turn into a bit of a financial nightmare, honestly.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories.
We all have, right?
Yeah.
Or experienced it, like a few background updates, maybe some WhatsApp pings, and suddenly you've got a bill that looks like you dined out somewhere fancy.
Yeah.
And it's not just the data. Every single outgoing call you make abroad usually hits you with roaming rates, often connection fees too.
Oh, yeah, the connection fees.
And even getting calls coming in can cost you extra. So a simple phone call suddenly becomes this unexpected expense.
Okay, so roaming is like navigating a minefield, financially speaking. But what about local SIM cards? Lots of people try that.
Right. The local SIM route, it avoids the crazy roaming bills. But yeah, it brings its own set of, let's say, headaches.
Headaches is a good word. I remember trying to get one in Italy once. My Italian is terrible. It took forever just to get the basics across.
Exactly. The language barriers, finding a shop in the first place, waiting in line, all the paperwork.
Even the paperwork. Sometimes they need your passport, maybe even a local address.
Yeah, sometimes. And then there's that little worry, what if I lose my main SIM? Or you get it all set up and realize, oh, this only works in this country.
Mm-hmm. Annoying. And the third option, public Wi-Fi.
Public Wi-Fi. Free, yes. Tempting.
Very tempting.
But the trade-off is security, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Connecting in airports, hotels, cafes.
Yeah.
You're potentially exposing your personal data. Online banking, accessing work stuff. It feels like a gamble.
Yeah, definitely makes you think twice.
So all these options, they seem easy on the surface, but they all have these hidden costs or major inconveniences, really. Travelers have kind of had to work around them.
Which isn't ideal if you just want to relax and explore.
Not at all.
So if those are the problems, what's the big shift, the thing that changes the game?
Well, this is where eSIM technology comes in.
Right.
And specifically looking at solutions like Blyvale's Unlimited eSIM, which seems to be rethinking connectivity for the modern traveler.
Okay, so break it down for us. What exactly is an eSIM?
Sure. So eSIM stands for Embedded SIM. It's basically a tiny chip already built into your smartphone.
So no physical card.
Exactly. No more fiddling with little plastic cards. The eSIM profile, which is like the virtual version of your SIM card, gets downloaded and activated digitally onto that chip.
Okay, so it's more software than hardware, like having a digital collection of connections ready to go.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. Like a digital wardrobe of connections and the activation. It's honestly pretty slick.
How simple are we talking?
Usually it's just scanning a QR code they email you. Scan it, follow a couple of prompts, and boom, you're connected.
Seriously, how long does that take?
Often less than 5 minutes. You can go from that no signal despair to like video calling your family back home almost instantly.
Wow, okay. That's impressive.
And Blyvale positions their unlimited eSIM not just as, a tech fix, but more like a travel philosophy.
A travel philosophy. Tell me more about that.
Well, it's about the freedom it represents. Freedom to explore without constraints, to maybe work remotely without worrying, to stay in touch easily, no limits.
That makes sense. It's not just about the tech, it's about what the tech enables.
Precisely. And that shift in mindset, I think, is really crucial. It's moving away from worrying about how to get online.
Yeah, the constant Wi-Fi hunt.
Exactly. To just focusing on the experience itself, like what amazing thing can I see or do next? It allows for more spontaneity.
Less logistics, more living.
You got it. So when you connect that to the bigger picture, these advantages, they're not just small conveniences. They fundamentally change how you experience travel.
Okay, let's dig into those advantages then. You mentioned global coverage first. How global are we talking?
Global covers over 190 countries. So your connection basically travels with you.
Wow. So whether you're like backpacking in Southeast Asia.
Yep. Temples of Angkor Wat.
Or trekking in South America.
Peruvian Andes.
Or even just working from a cafe in Europe.
Parisian cafe, exactly. The idea is seamless connection pretty much wherever your travels take you.
Okay, that's huge. And the other big one you mentioned was unlimited data. That sounds liberating.
It really is. You know that feeling? Constantly checking your data usage, that little counter ticking up?
Oh, yeah. The anxiety counter.
Uh-huh, exactly.
Yeah.
With unlimited, you can just relax. Stream videos on a long train ride, make long video calls, back up all your photos to the cloud without that fear of hitting a limit or getting surprise charges.
Goodbye, anxiety counter. Hello, peace of mind.
That's the goal. And this ties into the activation simplicity we touched on.
Right, the QR code magic.
Yeah, you buy it online, takes minutes, get the QR code by email, scan it with your phone, done. Connected.
No stores, no waiting.
Nope. No physical stores, no waiting for a SIM to arrive in the mail. You don't even need to call support usually.
Yeah.
It's designed to be immediate, intuitive, and totally independent.
Okay, convenience is definitely high. What about security? You mentioned public Wi-Fi risks. How does eSIM compare?
That's a critical point. eSIM connections use the mobile networks, which are encrypted.
Ah, like your regular phone connection at home.
Exactly. So it's much, much more secure than hopping onto some random cafe's Wi-Fi. For online banking, accessing sensitive work data, personal emails, it provides maximum security.
So it basically makes working remotely or handling personal stuff while traveling way less risky.
Fundamentally less risky, yeah.
Yeah.
It changes that digital risk profile for travelers significantly.
Okay, so data is covered securely and globally. But what about actual phone calls, like old school voice calls? Do you still need your regular SIM for that?
That's a really good question, and Leavales has thought about that too. They actually offer an international phone number that comes with the eSIM package.
Oh, interesting. So you get a separate number?
Yep, a dedicated international number,
Right.
and it works on a pay-as-you-go basis for minutes.
Pay as you go. So no crazy roaming charges on calls either?
Exactly. Zero roaming on outgoing calls. You just pay transparent, per-minute rates, no hidden connection fees, none of that.
Okay, so you know exactly what you're spending if you need to make a traditional call.
Right. Clear, predictable costs. And having that dedicated number means people can still reach you directly via a phone call if needed.
That sounds particularly useful for business travelers, maybe.
Definitely.
Huh?
For professionals who need that reliable call connection with clients or colleagues and can't always rely on WhatsApp or other apps needing data on both ends.
So it's data and a voice solution all integrated.
Correct. When you look at the whole package, unlimited data, security, easy activation, plus this international number option, the older ways just, well, they struggle to compete on flexibility and security.
Okay, this sounds great in theory, but what does it actually mean for you, the listener, when you're traveling? How does it play out in the real world?
Yeah, let's look at some examples. These stories really bring it to life.
Okay.
Take Sarah. She's a freelance photographer based in London. She did a project in Madagascar recently.
Wow, remote.
Very. And she used her Billabel eSIM. She was able to upload photos to her Instagram stories, pretty much in real time, share her location with family back home, for safety.
That's important.
And she even managed to sell some photos directly from the nature reserve via her website because she had that connection.
No way. What did she say about it?
Her quote was something like, "With Billabel, I had signal even in the heart of the rainforest. It was amazing to be able to share every moment of my trip without a hitch."
In the rainforest. Okay, that's impressive coverage.
It's not just for creatives, though. Think about Robert, a financial advisor from New York, travels a lot for business.
Mm-hmm.
On a key trip to Toronto, he found the international number invaluable. He couldn't risk missing crucial client calls if there were internet glitches or if clients weren't on WhatsApp.
Right. Sometimes you just need a reliable phone line.
Exactly. The international number let him make and receive those essential calls seamlessly, just paying for the minutes he used. It shows how that combo, unlimited data and the number, offers real flexibility for professionals.
Okay, photographer, financial advisor. What about families?
Good example. The Sharp family from Toronto. They went on holiday to Japan.
Oh, amazing trip. But potentially challenging with language and navigation.
Oh. But their eSIM Unlimited was apparently indispensable. They used online translators for ordering food, Google Maps to navigate Tokyo's complex streets.
Yeah, you need maps there.
Right. And they even did video calls with the grandparents back home to show them the temples in Kyoto. Having that unlimited data just made the whole trip smoother, more stress-free for everyone.
That makes sense. It removes a layer of potential frustration. These stories really show how this tech isn't just for one type of traveler, is it?
Not at all. It's becoming pretty universal.
Okay, so we've heard the features, we've heard the stories, but let's do a direct comparison for people weighing their options. Blavel eSIM versus traditional roaming. Lay it out for us.
Okay, head-to-head, cost. Blavel is fixed and predictable. Roaming is variable, often excessive.
Check. Activation.
Blavel, instant QR scan. Roaming usually requires contacting your operator, might involve delays.
Data.
Blavel, truly unlimited. Roaming, often limited data caps or very expensive per megabyte.
Flexibility.
Blavel, activate, deactivate when you want. Roaming, tied to your home operator's terms and rates.
Transparency.
Blavel, clear fixed price, no surprises. Roaming, potential for hidden fees, complex billing.
And calls.
Blavel, international number option with clear pay-as-you-go rates, no roaming charges. Roaming, high per minute costs, connection fees, charges for incoming calls, often.
When you lay it out like that, the contrast is pretty stark.
It really is. The old ways, looking at the whole picture, just don't offer the same level of control, security, or value.
And what about eSIM versus getting a local SIM card? We touched on the hassles, but let's recap.
Sure, with local SIMs, you're looking at potentially wasted time, finding a shop, queuing up, dealing with language barriers.
The paperwork again.
Right, needing documents,
Yeah.
gave you local address. Then the coverage is usually limited just to that one country.
And you might have to swap out your main SIM, possibly missing calls or texts, to your regular number.
Exactly. The Blavel eSIM approach avoids all of that. You keep your main number active if you want, and you get the connection activated easily wherever you need it. Much more flexible.
Okay, so it seems strong for tourists and general travel. But let's think bigger. Are there broader applications where this kind of reliable connectivity is even more critical?
Absolutely. Business travel is a huge one. Connectivity isn't just nice to have, it's essential.
Right. Meetings, emails.
Yeah, joining virtual meetings securely across time zones, accessing corporate networks without security risks, just staying productive while you're moving around, managing emergencies.
And making those professional calls without racking up huge roaming bills or relying only on apps.
Precisely. The eSIM makes global business operations much smoother.
What about emergencies? You mentioned safety earlier.
Critically important. In an emergency, reliable connection can literally be a lifeline.
How?
Being able to contact rescue services, sharing your exact location with family or authorities, accessing local emergency websites or numbers, communicating with your embassy. And eSIM ensures you have that capability.
That's a really powerful point. Peace of mind on a whole other level.
Definitely. And think about students studying abroad, maybe on Erasmus programs.
Yeah, good one.
And eSIM is ideal. They can get connected instantly when they land, stay in touch with family easily, access online course materials, use apps for navigation and social life. It helps them settle in faster.
Makes sense. Now, a practical question. Compatibility. Does this work on any phone?
Most modern smartphones support eSIM now. Generally, iPhones from the XS model onwards, Samsung Galaxy S20 and newer, Google Pixel 3 and later, and compatible Huawei models like the P40 series.
So most recent flagship phones.
Pretty much. But it's always smart to just double-check your specific device's compatibility on the Blavel site or your manufacturer's specs before you buy. Takes a second.
Good tip. And speed. Is it fast? Or are you getting like slow motion internet?
No, that's the beauty of it. The Blavel eSIM connects you to local 4G LTE and even 5G networks where available.
So speeds should be similar to what locals get.
Generally, yes. Fast enough for high-def video streaming, smooth video calls, quick photo uploads, responsive maps. No frustrating lag.
And you mentioned you can keep your home SIM active. How does that work?
Yeah, most eSIM-compatible phones are also dual SIM.
Oh.
You can have your physical home SIM active, maybe just for receiving calls or texts on your regular number.
Okay.
And then use the Blavel eSIM for all your data needs. Your phone settings let you choose which SIM does what. It manages it pretty intelligently.
So you get the best of both worlds, potentially.
Exactly. It's about making connectivity smarter and more integrated.
Something we haven't touched on much is the environmental angle. No more plastic SIM cards. Is that actually significant?
I think it is, yeah. It might seem small, but think about the sheer volume. Eliminating physical SIMs means less plastic production, less electronic waste.
Right, the little chips themselves.
Yeah, and no more plastic packaging, no shipping emissions for distribution. The whole activation process is digital.
So multiply that by millions of travelers.
Exactly. It's a genuine, positive step towards a more sustainable way of staying connected globally. It aligns that convenience we want with a bit more ecological responsibility.
That's a really interesting point. Okay, so for listeners who are thinking, all right, I'm interested, how can they optimize their experience? Any practical tips?
Definitely. A few things to keep in mind. First, before you leave.
Okay.
Check that device compatibility we mentioned. Buy the eSIM maybe a few days before your trip, just so it's not a last-minute scramble.
Good idea. Less stress.
You could even try activating it at home just to see how it works, though you'll only connect once you're abroad. Configure your phone's network settings, as Blaivale advises, and maybe download offline maps or translator apps as a backup just in case.
Always good to have a backup.
Yeah.
What about during the trip?
Key thing. Activate the eSIM before you arrive at your destination, or at least somewhere you have initial internet access, like airport Wi-Fi, because the activation itself needs data.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Don't wait till you're lost in the jungle.
Exactly. Keep an eye on signal quality, though it should be strong in most places. Back up your photos and important stuff regularly, especially with unlimited data. And remember, you can use your phone as a hotspot to share the connection with, say, a tablet or a travel companion's phone.
Handy. Any other tips? Maybe battery life? Does using an eSIM drain the battery faster?
Any constant data connection uses battery, right? So standard battery-saving tips apply.
Right.
Use power-saving mode if you don't need full performance. Check which apps are using data in the background and disable any that you don't need running constantly. Carry a power bank, always a good idea when traveling.
My travel essential.
Totally. And if you're in an area with absolutely no signal for a while, switching to airplane mode stops your phone constantly searching and saves power.
Smart. Looking ahead now. eSIM feels like a big step. But what's next? Where is this technology going?
Well, the big wave coming is widespread global 5G.
Right. Faster speeds, lower latency.
Exactly. And that opens up possibilities that sound a bit like sci-fi now, but might be common soon.
Such as?
Imagine augmented reality tour guides overlaid on ancient ruins through your phone or smart glasses. Real-time translation happening seamlessly via smart earbuds. Maybe even streaming 8K video or playing high-end cloud games smoothly while you're on the move.
Wow. Okay, the future's looking even more connected.
Definitely faster and more integrated. eSIM is really the foundation for a lot of that.
So let's talk cost versus value again. An unlimited eSIM. It's not free. How should people think about the investment?
Yeah, it's important to frame it as an investment, not just an expense.
Okay.
Think about what's included. Unlimited data in, say, 190-plus countries, that instant activation, the security aspect, having support if you need it, the flexibility.
Compared to what?
Compared to traditional roaming, where just a week's holiday, even if you're careful, can easily rack up over €100 or equivalent in surprise charges.
Right. So the eSIM cost, while upfront, is predictable and often much lower overall.
Often significantly lower, especially for moderate to heavy data users. And Blaivale offers different plans, right? Daily, weekly, monthly, even annual options.
So you can tailor it to your trip length or travel frequency.
Exactly. Choose what fits your needs, whether it's a quick weekend getaway or you're a digital nomad living abroad for months.
We heard about Sarah, Robert, and the Sharps. Any other quick examples of who's benefiting?
Sure. Think of Alexander, a wedding photographer. He uses it to upload sneak peek photos to client galleries in near real time, right from the destination wedding venue. Huge wow factor for his clients.
Oh, cool.
Or Julia, a big travel influencer. She needs guaranteed connection to maintain her content flow for hundreds of thousands of followers. She documented a trip to Antarctica using an eSIM. Didn't miss a beat.
Antarctica. Okay, that's seriously remote coverage.
And then there's Mark. Manages teams across continents for a multinational. The eSIM means he's always reachable, always productive, wherever he lands. That constant connectivity is just part of his workflow.
So putting it all together, what's the optimal strategy for the average traveler wanting the best connectivity without breaking the bank?
Okay, the recommended approach is often a hybrid one.
Meaning?
Use your regular home SIM card, mainly for receiving calls and texts on your normal number. keeping in mind that making calls or sending texts via roaming on that SIM can still be very expensive.
Right. Use it passively, mostly.
Yeah. And then use the Blyville eSIM for basically all your internet data needs, browsing, maps, apps, video calls, everything.
Yeah.
And use its international number feature for any necessary outgoing international calls, since the rates are transparent and roaming free.
So home SIM for receiving, eSIM for data, and outgoing international calls.
That's generally the sweet spot. It gives you optimized costs, maximum flexibility, you have a backup if one method has an issue, and you keep your main number for people back home to reach you easily.
That makes a lot of sense, a layered approach.
Exactly. It balances cost, convenience, and capability.
So wrapping things up, Blyville's unlimited eSIM, it sounds like it's more than just, a new gadget.
It really is. As we discussed, it's closer to a travel philosophy. It's about enabling that freedom.
Freedom to explore without the connection anxiety.
Freedom to work remotely if you need to.
Freedom to stay in touch easily.
Yeah, without those old limitations. In today's world, being connected is almost expected, isn't it? Physical distance doesn't really mean digital distance anymore.
True. Having reliable unlimited connection feels less like a luxury and more like needing your passport. It's becoming essential.
I think that's spot on. It's a fundamental part of the modern travel toolkit.
So the takeaway for our listeners, the eSIM revolution isn't coming. It's already here. And companies like Blyville are leading that charge. It unlocks that freedom to instantly share an incredible sunset from the Maldives, or join an important video meeting from the Great Wall of China, or just send a quick "I'm safe" message from a safari in Kenya.
Yeah, the world opens up, connected, and, limitless.
So the question really isn't if you'll need an eSIM on your next trip. It's more like, can you afford not to have one, considering the alternative?
That's the core question, isn't it? Traveling shouldn't be about feeling isolated. It's about experiencing the world and being able to take it with you, share it with the people who matter. Connectivity enables that sharing.
We have reached the end of our podcast episode on Connected Everywhere, the secret of modern travelers. I hope it was useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and visit blyvale.com for more tips and solutions. Thanks for listening, and until the next connection.